What's up YouTube, it's your boy Astroknomer back with another video. Today we're going to be doing our first ever comic book haul for the channel. I got a bunch of comments to get into, but before we do that, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you subscribe, and make sure you comment on this video because at 1,000 subscribers we're going to be doing a giveaway of something really dope, and you want to be a part of that. And how you enter is you have to be subscribed, number one. And number two, you have to comment on these videos. That's how we're going to pick the winner. We're going to do a random comment picker system, and I mean, the more comments you have, the more chances you have to win. So all my people out there, make sure you comment, and let's get into this comic book haul. So the first comic book we have is the Aliens Dust to Dust Volume 1. This one was really good. I've read almost all these except for one. A little bit review on this one. This one was really good. Spoiler free review. It's about a mother and her child, and they are hanging out in their house, and all of a sudden aliens are running amok outside of their house in their city, and they're trying to figure out what do they need to do, right? They're trying to get out of there, and things happen, and it's very intriguing. It leaves off with a cliffhanger, which was really decent. A very good volume one in my opinion. I'm such a huge Alien fan. I love these types of stories, so I will be continuing this Dust to Dust series. Is one of 4 by Gabriel Hartman, Rain Bardo, and Michael Heisler. Good job on the first issue. It looks very good. Works for me. Let me know what you think if you've seen it. So coming in at number 2, we have, which is my favorite of all of these, we have the Justice League Odyssey issue 1. I must say that this was absolutely phenomenal. To me, this was my favorite. What I like about it is, number one, this was my first time being introduced to Azrael. He was really dope. Starfire, love Starfire. She's 100% great all the time. But I think the part that did it for me was Darkseid. This version of Darkseid was absolutely great. I'm not really used to seeing these different versions of these characters, but the different version of Darkseid I think is really dope. I think that it would be a great idea for a new statue. That will be totally awesome in my opinion. I can't wait to see how the Snyder cut is going to look, how Darkseid is going to look in the Snyder cut, because from the preview that we saw, he looks totally different. He doesn't really look like Darkseid from that little preview, but you can barely see him. So, I mean, hopefully it looks really dope. Jessica Cruz, great story. I mean, Cyborg is Cyborg. He's going to do what he's going to do every single time. Quick review of this. Only thing I wish is it kind of started off very randomly, the story. Jessica Cruz is patrolling, Cyborg and Starfire pop up out of nowhere. Azrael, he just pops up out of nowhere. They tried to give a little backstory, like they were hearing voices, etc., but it still seemed really random. Like, how did you get Brainiac's ship? It doesn't make any sense. So, I mean, I wish that they kind of delve a little bit deeper in this first issue about the backstory. What I do like about this though is the writers, they actually wrote little notes in the comic. So as you're reading, they'll reference things that happened before. And what I like is how they put the note, hey, an issue, blah blah blah, whatever. And so you can go back and read and get a little bit of backstory if you would like to do that. So that's one thing that I really like. By the way, this is by Williamson Sajek. I think that's how you say his last name. First issue, really great. I actually have like probably 5 more, issue 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 on the way right now. And as soon as those get here, I'm going to read those as well. So be on the lookout for that comic book haul. I'm not sure when that'll happen. Probably early this week. So we'll see. But overall, really great first issue for me. Now, moving on to this next one, we have Inhumans Judgment Day issue 1. Now, this was me trying to get into Inhumans because I'm not very familiar with Inhumans. I'm just not. I'm sorry, but I tried to kind of, dive into it. And the only thing I'll say about this issue is it was a little bit difficult for me because it was confusing. They introduced like 12 different people in this issue. I didn't really have any information about them. I didn't know what their relation was, or maybe I just missed that in this issue. I don't know, but to me, it didn't really make sense. They were playing more so on the theme of the mind, the power of the mind, and I think that was a great theme. It was just kind of hard for me to follow a little bit because there was so many different personalities. I didn't know what people did, etc., etc. I mean, they tried to introduce them. This is such and such, and this is what their powers are. This is where they're from. But I mean, I guess it's different when I just wish they gave more time to tell the story. But also too, this may be my fault. This may not be where I should have jumped off at. I probably should have started somewhere else with the Inhumans story. So if you all have any suggestions, please let me know where I should start with Inhumans. I do plan on finishing this just for the sake of finishing it. But I do want another start. I want to go all the way back to the origin. So I think I'll do a little bit of research. And if anyone of you know, please let me know where I can get, a good issue of this. So just let me know. Okay, so there's that. There's the first issue of Judgment Day. It was okay for me. And I would recommend anyone to get it if you're into Inhumans. But that's it for Inhumans. I got one more for you before we end today for this comic book haul. And the last one I have is this book called DUSU. DUSU, I think that's how you say it, Path of the Ancient. Really cool issue. I have a story behind this. I actually got this. I didn't get this just now. I got this last year at New York Comic Con. And I had to support. It was a great cause. And actually, funny enough, this is like, so if you think about the Marvel Cinematic, the MCU, you have all the Iron Man movies, you have the Thor movies, and then you have, for example, the Doctor Strange movies, or, the three different stories, right? So for this, this is sort of like, maybe this is let's say the Thor series, and there's the Captain America series, and there's the Iron Man series. My parents ended up getting the other two series, and there's also a fourth. And the fourth one is like the end game of the series, and so it kind of brings everything together. My parents got their book signed because the artists that did those comments were there at the booth. My artist that did mine was not there, so I wasn't able to get mine signed. But one of the series that they got, they're actually the main character of this story. I think this is her on the cover here. She's actually getting a show on HBO Max. I think it's coming in 2021. I can't remember her name, but I think that is absolutely wonderful. If I remember correctly, she is the first Black comic main protagonist in a story to be on the big screen. So I will be watching this. I will read this as well as the other two issues, and be doing reviews. If you guys are hip, let me know. Let me know what you think. If you've already read it, I will be reading it soon. I have a couple of comments I need to read before, but I will be getting to it eventually. I'll be doing a review on this channel. And so I think that's all I got, man. That's all I got. I got these four. It was a small haul. Nothing too major. Just got a couple things to kind of get me started. I have more comics on the way. I actually just got the absolute version of The Killing Joke, and it's a classic. Had to got it. It was on sale, so I had to grab it. Let me know if you guys want to see that. I'll show you the cover. It's super nice. It comes in a book cover, and the pictures and things look really, really nice. So let me know if you guys would like to see that on this channel. I was kind of debating if I should show it or not, but I'll let you all decide. Let me know if you want to see that. But that'll be it for me today. This is my first comic book haul. I have more coming. I have another one coming that'll probably be next week once I get all my comics in. They're coming in from different places. But until then, make sure you smash the like button, make sure you subscribe, make sure you comment to get entered for the new giveaway they're gonna be doing at 1,000 subscribers. Thank you, thank you, thank you again. If you have any suggestions on any comics I should be reading right now, please drop them in the comments. And until then, y'all be safe, y'all be good, and I'll see you in the next video. Peace.